Income tax rates for tax on income from different sources. Income Tax Act 1961. Lesson 12. Income tax rates for tax on income from different sources. I am Mr. T.B. Agarwal speaking from Agarwal Income Tax Tuition Classes, Akola. In the previous lessons, we have studied the chapters about concept of income tax, definitions of various terms and particular words used in the Income Tax Act, and heads of income, income from salary, income from house property, and also income from other sources with some examples. We have studied how to compute income from salary, income from house property, and income from other sources. Thus, we have studied the computation of total income or gross total income from these three heads out of the five heads of income as prescribed under Section 14 of the Income Tax Act 1961. The incomes from remaining two other heads, that is, income from business or profession and income from capital gains, are to be studied. But since income from these heads are not prescribed for study in syllabus for BCom Part 2 Semester 4, though they are for study in BBA Part 2 Semester 3 in some universities in Unit 3 and 4, these will be taken up for study in latter part of series of lectures. We have seen as to how total income is computed from salary, house property, and also from other sources. This is sufficient for the purpose of examination, as students are required to compute total income and not taxable income. We have also seen what is the difference in gross total income and taxable income in previous lectures. The other Unit 3 in BCom Part 2 and Unit 5 in BBA Part 2 are having questions on topic of deductions to be made from gross total income. After allowing or making deductions for the payments for LIC, PPF, donations, medical claims, investments in FDR in banks, and payments of tuition fees for children, education, or payments of principal amounts of loan for house building, advance, etc., from gross total income as per Chapter 6A of the Act, we arrive at the taxable income on which income tax is chargeable at the rates prescribed. Thus, taxable income means gross total income minus allowed deductions under Chapter 6A of the Act. On this income, tax is chargeable as per Section 4 of the Act. Now, what are the deductions to be made from gross total income will be studied in the next coming videos. We will also learn as to what is the difference between exemptions and deductions from income in the coming videos. However, in the meantime, we may see the rates at which income tax is charged on the taxable income for the assessment year 2021 for general information, as the questions are likely to be asked for the assessment year 2021 in some departmental or competitive examinations also on this topic. After computing taxable income, we have to calculate tax payable by the assessee on the income so determined. For calculation of tax on the income, certain rates at which tax is to be calculated are prescribed. In olden days, the calculation of tax was very complicated. Tax on income earned and tax on income unearned was required to be calculated. Income from house property or dividends or interest income, etc., was treated as unearned income because no special efforts are required to be made to earn such income. Give your house property on rent and rent will be received every month or every year. Make deposits of some amounts in banks or in market and interest will be collected or deposited in your account. Thus, they are automatic. The charge on unearned income was somewhat on higher side. Now there is no such classification. Besides, rebate or rather say allowances were required to be granted from the tax calculated according to the status of the assessee, that is, whether the assessee is unmarried or married, or whether she has dependent children, and also whether one or two, etc. The status were like this: unmarried UM, married M, married with one dependent M1, married with two dependent children M2, like this. This allowance was given for maintenance of the family. However, the amount was very small, that is rupees 100 or 125 rupees or 150 rupees, etc. from the tax. Now the work of calculation of tax has been very much simplified. But however, due to different rates for income from different sources, this system also seems to be dragging towards calculation mistakes sometimes. Today, we will see the rates at which income tax is charged on income of the assessee for the assessment year 2021. According to the Income Tax Act 1961, different rates for taxation of income from different sources have been prescribed, which has, in my opinion, created the complexity in the Act. Though tax on income from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession is charged at normal rates as per the slab system prescribed for individuals and HUF, there are different slab rates for taxation in cases of firm, companies, societies, etc. Besides, different rates for taxation of income under different heads of income. Income from capital gains, income from lottery, crossword puzzle, card games, and horse races are etc. are taxed at varied flat rates. Sometimes the long-term capital gains and short-term capital gains on shares or securities or above particular amount of income are also taxed at different rates. For example, for individual assessees also there are different slab rates for taxation according to seniority in age. 2. Long-term capital gains are taxed at 20%. Section 112. 3. Lottery, crossword puzzle, horse races, receipts, etc. are taxed at flat rate of 30%. Section 115BB. 4. Tax on certain dividends exceeding certain amount is taxed at 15%. Section 115BBDA. 5. Tax on long-term capital gains on equity shares above 1 lakh is taxed at 10% as per Section 112A. 6. Short-term capital gains from shares are taxed at 15% as per Section 111A, etc. It may be noticed in the Act that there are about 20 sections in Chapter 12 in the Income Tax Act 1961 for the rates to be applied for determination of tax in certain special cases which are to be taken into consideration while making tax calculations on such incomes. However, all these sections are not required to be studied by the students as they are to be applied in special cases only. However, few of them are in common use for taxation of income earned by assessees in general. They are for income from long-term capital gains and incomes from lottery, crossword puzzles, horse races, etc. So the students need not bother about this. They have been mentioned here for the sake of information about the tax rates in certain situations or cases. To be continued. This lecture will be continued. If you like this video, then please press the thumbs up icon and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon next to it for getting the notification of my next videos. Thanks.